What's going on, everybody? We are now taking a look at yet another Hero Factory 2010 classic set. Now this is this is pre-CCBS. And I would like to give a massive shout out to my eBay seller, Pickleman69. Please, work on your name. But you provided me with this set beautifully at a discount, and I've gladly accepted it to do this review just for you guys. So this is Bulk versus Vapour, or in this case it's just Bulk Vapour on the set. I'm pretty sure it should say Bulk versus Vapour, but this was a limited edition set. It wasn't really that common. You can't really find it everywhere. And this set consisted of two figures. You get another different version of Bulk 1.0 and a new villain, Vapour. So again, I said these are pre-CCBS, so all these parts here you see are still old pieces, still used from the old classic Bionicle stage. Now we'll go over the box. Lastly, I'm gonna switch up the order this time because I feel like I want to get some of the I want to get the Bulk figure first, and then I want to get the figures over first. So without further ado, let's get started. Alright, we need a moment to appreciate this Bulk figure because I like this Bulk figure a lot better than the classic Bulk set that we've got. Yes, I've got a right to say it because I have him right here. So this is the classic Bulk from just the Dunkan Bulk set. And here is the Bulk versus Vapour Bulk. So as you can see, he still has his left arm arm, but then he swapped out his useless arm that doesn't have anything. It's swapped out for another giant Jimmy Stringer sonic weapon. So I think this is the same mold used on Stringer to create his weapon. So now Bulk is dual wielding, and the fact that he's got a whole scuba diving gear onto him. I mean, he's kind of a robot. I don't really see the point of it. But hey, he's fighting an underwater villain, so I guess he needs what he needs. So personally, I just feel like this Bulk figure is more well armed and more suited up than this Bulk. But of course, this Bulk is so much harder to find because the Bulk versus Vapour set is a limited edition. It's not an easy set to find. So definitely this Bulk I feel like is way more worth it than this standard Bulk. So let's get the standard Bulk all the way. Yes, all the 1.0 heroes will have their own video, but in this case we're just going to take a look at this Bulk. So in terms of the build, it's just all the same for all the heroes. It's just all the same armor coverage. The feet is the same. The difference is, I already said, like his weapon's still the same, but yeah, the extra Stringer weapon. So he's dual wielding this, and I personally really like the way it looked out. Chest piece is exactly the same. Helmet's piece is exactly the same, and then you get this whole scuba diving breathing tube, which is wraps around his neck and it feeds through here under the joints of his arm, and then you got his actual oxygen tank. So yeah, I feel like this Bulk is way more well armed, and just genuinely really happy with this Bulk. So what am I gonna give this Bulk? Well, this isn't a CCBS figure, so I'm not really big fan of it because it's not CCBS, but I also give it his points. He deserves a good 8 out of 10. What I would like to see more instead, of course, is it's just a problem with all these figures. They don't have a lot of posability, but hey, what can I say? This is not CCBS. So that's Bulk, a hero that we've already seen, but the main star of the set obviously has to be the new villain in this set, Vapour. Yes, the head mold is exactly the same as Rotor, but I honestly feel like Vapour is one of the coolest villain designs that I've seen from the Rise of the Rookies villains. So this one and Corridor definitely my favorites. Now Vapour, as you probably guessed by now, is a underwater villain, and I'm just gonna call him pre-Jawblade because he comes before Jawblade was released later on. He has two ball shooters, not one, but two. Now, except the way they are built is a little bit different on each arm. So on this arm, he's got a big long blade. So this is like, I guess, his melee weapon, melee arm. I'm not really a big fan of how loose this particular blade is attached to him. I feel like, yeah, I'm not really a fan of just how loose this blade is. Just look at that. Yeah, sure, it's adjustable, I guess, but I'd rather have it locked in place and look like this. And the shooter itself is also super loose. Look at this. It's so loose. And of course, we all have seen this ball shooter before. I'm not going to shoot the ball. But like, yeah, it is so loose. I don't understand why. It's bothering me so much. And I don't really like it. Yeah. But for this side, same shooter, but it's a much more solid foundation. It's got a kind of a targeting scope here, which is good, I guess, because you know, you can use it to really shoot. So I'd say maybe this side don't even bother including two shooters. Just have the shooter on this side and just this side's all just his blades. Because I feel like, yeah, I'm just not a big fan of how loose it is, and just the design could have been better. The foundation could have been better, 100%. I do like his shoulder designs, using these giant Bionicle pieces. Now, my knowledge is not quite big, as you can probably tell, but the color scheme is quite nice, and they look nice, and I think they just complement him pretty well. I just like the way they turned out on him. His body build, it's something you would expect. It's pretty straightforward. This is, again, pre-CCBS, so it's not something too fancy. Posability, of course, you can move this, but before, like I said, this isn't CCBS, so it's kind of limited. Yeah, kind of limited. The feet, really like the feet, classic Bionicle feet, though we've seen those before, but the legs build very posable. You can actually move this quite the distance, and I like this thigh piece, this, what do you call it, this like, I really don't know what it's called. Thigh piece. But yes, I realize I flipped this around by accident. Whoops, this is meant to be the other way around. I will fix that in a second. I'll fix that after I finish my thoughts. But yeah. And finally, the last thing, the head. It is literally the same mold as Rotor, but it is blue instead. So, I'm okay with them reusing heads, you know, for different villain characters. They did it later in Breakout with Black Phantom, Speed Demon, and Voltix. All three villains use the same head mold. So, I forgive LEGO for, you know, just reusing the same mold. Because honestly, I think it still looks pretty decent. Let's just say he's Rotor's brother or something. But I feel like Vapour is definitely one of my favorite villains from the 2010 wave. So, yeah, what more can I say? Oh, you're right. He also has his own breathing tubes, or in this case, to power his weapons, which just simply attached it back here like that, and they feed through his shoulder arms as well, just for the sake of, you know, securing a good, solid foundation. So, Vapour, am I happy with him? Yes. Bulk, am I happy with him? Yes. So now, let me go fix this thigh piece, which is on the wrong way, and we'll say my final verdict. Before we even go on the final verdict, I almost forgot to show you the box. Now, the box I got in is a pretty solid condition, so shout out again to the seller. Thank God. I really am super impressed with the condition of the box. It is super clean. It feels like I'm holding a new set, although it's not. So this is set 7179, my bad, with 87 pieces. Stormer XL has 87 pieces. Wow, but this, you get two figures out of it though, I'll say that. Maybe the value is better. And of course, this is the first time Hero Factory has been created, so that's why I said from the makers of Bionicle. And of course, it says right up here, it's a limited edition set. So yeah, this thing is not common, and especially now, because it's 2020, it's even more rare. So, yeah. So here's the back of the box. Just showing you again another shot of Bulk shooting at Vapour. I mean, Vapour shooting at Bulk. Bulk's not really shooting anything. But yeah, at the bottom here, you get to see all the other heroes: Stormer, Breeze, Ferno, Bulk, Surge, and Stringer. Just, yeah, very straightforward box. Basically showing the same thing twice on both sides. And yeah, very good condition box. Alright, Bulk and Vapour. What do I think of this set as a whole? I think this is a really good set because you get two pretty darn good looking figures. Again, I already said this version of Bulk is very nice, and I personally like Vapour over Rotor despite them using the same headpiece. Vapour is designed very well. The only thing I don't like about him, of course I already said, is how loose the blade and the shooter is attached to him. But apart from that, he just looks awesome, you know, without the use of CCPS. And Bulk, like I said, looks more well armed and looks more like he's ready to take on a bigger fight. Apparently Vapour needs extra gear for him to fight. So I'm gonna give this set a solid 9 out of 10. I'm not happy with that extra shooter, man. That would have made Vapour so much better. But again, I said this is a limited edition set. Good luck finding it if you want this set for yourself. I got lucky, but I think this is definitely worth it. I can see why this set is a limited edition, and personally, if I got this back in 2010, I would have freaked out. So yeah, I can see why. And yeah, it's a pretty good set. So one of the 3 standout sets from the 2010 wave, because we've got the Dropship, Ferno Bike, and then now we have this set. Von Nebula doesn't count because Von Nebula is one of the villains. So anyways, those are my thoughts on this set. This is Bulk versus Vapour, or Bulk and Vapour, depending on how you want to put it. I'm just going to say Bulk versus Vapour because, you know, it's a face-off between these two. So this set, for 2 figures, definitely worth it. You can create, as a kid, you can create so many play scenarios with these two, you know, like, they're just duking it out and that kind of stuff. So definitely worth it. Do get this set if you can. I wish you good luck, but yeah. That's all I gotta say for this set. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button for the support and subscribe to the channel for more, because I will be making so much more content coming your way very soon. I don't know why I'm whispering. Good day, good night, depending what time you're watching. See you all.